The Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 14.
At that time, Herod the Tetrarch heard the name of Jesus, and he said to his servants, "This is John the Baptist. He is risen from the dead, and therefore mighty works show forth themselves to him." For Herod had apprehended John and bound him, and put him into prison because of Herodias, his brother's wife. For John said to him, "It is not lawful for thee to have her." And having in mind to put him to death, he feared the people because they esteemed him as a prophet. But on Herod's birthday, the daughter of Herodias danced before them and pleased Herod. Whereupon he promised an oath to give her whatsoever she would ask of him. But she, being instructed before by her mother, said, "Give me here in a dish the head of John the Baptist." And the king was struck sad, yet because of his oath, and for them that sat with him at table, he commanded it to be given. And he sent and beheaded John the Baptist in prison. And his head was brought in a dish, and it was given to the damsel, and she brought it to her mother. And his disciples came and took the body and buried it, and came and told Jesus. When Jesus had heard, and retired from thence by a boat into a desert place apart, and the multitudes having heard of it, followed him on foot out of the cities. And he coming forth saw a great multitude, and had compassion on them, and healed their sick. And when it was evening, his disciples came to him, saying, "This is a desert place, and the hour is now past. Send away the multitudes, that going into the towns they may buy themselves victuals." And Jesus said to them, "They have no need to go. Give you them to eat." And they answered him, "We have not here but 5 loaves and 2 fishes. And he said to them, "Bring them hither to me." And when he had commanded the multitudes to sit down upon the grass, he took the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes, and looking up to heaven, he blessed and brake, and gave the loaves to his disciples, and the disciples to the multitudes. And they did all eat and were filled, and they took up the remained 12 full baskets of fragments. And the number of them that did eat were 5,000 men, besides women and children. And forthwith Jesus obliged his disciples to go into the boat, and to go before him over the water, till he dismissed the people. And having dismissed the multitude, he went into a mountain alone to pray, and when it was evening, he was there alone. When the boat in the midst of the sea was tossed with the waves, for the wind was contrary, and in the 4th watch of the night, he came to them walking upon the sea. And they seeing him walking upon the sea were troubled, saying, "It is an apparition." And they cried out in fear. And immediately Jesus spoke to them, saying, "Be of good heart, it is I, fear ye not." And Peter making answer said, "Lord, if it be thou, bid me to come to thee upon the waters." And he said to him, "Come." And Peter going out of the boat walked upon the water to come to Jesus. And seeing the wind strong, he was afraid, and when he began to sink, he cried out, saying, "Lord, save me." And immediately Jesus, stretching forth his hand, took a hold of him, and said to him, "O thou of little faith, why didst thou doubt?" And when they were come up unto the boat, the wind ceased. And they that were in the boat came and adored him, saying, "Indeed, thou art the Son of God." And having passed the water, they came into the country of Genesareth. And when the men of the place had knowledge of him, they sent into all the country, and brought to him all that were diseased. And they besought him that they might touch but the hem of his garment, and as many as touched were made whole. This is the word of the Lord, read out of the Douay-Rheims version of the Holy Bible.